All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And soon I'm going to be creating a series of videos that shows us how to create a simple website. But before I do that, I've been going through and covering the main things that are involved in creating websites. And those are HTML, the hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheets, and JavaScript. I've created 9 lectures on HTML, 8 lectures on CSS, and this is my 5th or 6th lecture on JavaScript. All right, and this is the first time we're actually going to go in and do a little programming. But before we do, there's one more thing I wanted to show you in here, and that is I'm going to get rid of all this stuff that we've got in here. In fact, we'll keep this. Okay, and I'm going to remove all this. Okay, now I'm going to add one more thing in here. Delete. We'll put 2 more. And I'm going to put in here your height and your weight. Okay? So I'm going to ask the person their name, their age, their height, and their weight. So enter your name, please. Enter your age, please. Enter your height, please. And enter your weight, please. All right, then I'm going to say hello plus your name. You are this year's old plus, and I can go on to a new line as long as I don't break it up in the middle of the string. Your height is inches and your weight is your weight. All right. No, I don't expect this to totally make sense, but when you see it in action, it might make a little more sense. How's that? So let's do an alert. No, we already got that alert. So let's see what this looks like when we run it. All right. Enter your name, please. Jeff Scott. Enter your age, please. 64. Enter your height, please. 72. Enter your weight, please. 225. And notice what it says. Hi, Jeff Scott. You are 64 years old. Your height is 72 inches and your weight is 225 pounds. Okay? Works just fine. But man, that's a lot of plus signs and the like. And isn't there a better way of doing this? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to see if I can come up with a better way of doing it. All right, right now. And I'm going to put in my alert, just like we had before, so alert. But now instead of a single or a double quote, I'm going to use a back tick. It's up, way up in the upper left-hand corner, right underneath your escape key. And I'm going to put in here, hello. And then I'm going to put in $, your name, age. How about we'll do it like this? Name, age, height, and weight. All right, and let's fix up the one that we did previously, because I want you to actually see them side by side from one another. So this is name plus your name, and then age, then your age, and then height, oops, and your height and weight, whoops, and your weight. All right, so here we put it over 2 lines so it's easier to read. And we need, let's see, period there, and a period there, and a period there. There, we'll just leave it like that. And let's look, and they should look virtually identical to one another. So, Jeff, 64, 72, 225. So there it all is. All right, see exactly how it looks. And there it is the second time. So who cares? Well, these are called template literals, and they allow you to put variables right inside when you're printing, as opposed to having to break out with a plus sign like we're doing here. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing it this way, but this is the old-fashioned way. This is the newfangled way of doing it. All right? Okay. Now, I'm going to use this stuff that I just created here. So we asked for a height, we asked for a weight, etc. And I did a parse int on the age and on the height and on the weight. It's all fine. All right? So you may or may not know about this, but there's something called a BMI, which is a body mass index, which tells you, based on your height and your weight, if you are optimal weight for your height, if you are underweight for your height, if you are overweight for your height, or if you are obese for your height. All right? Well, the first thing is, maybe you'd agree, and we're going to have to get into this in the next lecture, but we'll talk about loops, so we'll change this. But I'm going to put in here, if your name dot trim, remember we trim to remove any beginning or ending skills. I'm going to say equal, equal, equal. If it equals nothing, I'm going to put in an alert that says, hey, no name inputted. And I'm going to ask you to do it again. Let's see how that works. So let's come in there, and as we've been doing, well, it doesn't like something, so let's see. Lost that. So try it again. All right, so enter your name, please. I'm going to leave it blank. Enter your age. I'll leave all of them blank. Hey, no name inputted, so it's asking me to do it again. Jeff. It's going to give, don't worry about the fact that it didn't give me any input or output or anything. That's fine. Okay, but if I get down to here, I'm going to say else alert the name entered was, in fact, let's use our new and improved template literals. Your name. Okay. So let's run this. And again, I must have made some kind of an error. Let's see. There we go. Enter your name, please. Jeff. 64, 72, 225. The name entered was Jeff. So notice it said the name entered was Jeff. This wasn't true. It wasn't empty, so it did this. So with an if-else like this, you either have to do this or you have to do this. You can only do one or the other, but you must do one or the other. All right? So let's grab this. And I'm going to do a similar thing now, and I'm going to say if your height was empty, so you trimmed it, and there's nothing there. I'm going to say, hey, no height inputted. Enter your height, please. And we needed a parse int in here. Otherwise, the height entered was your height. All right, let's go back and run this again. And we'll put in Jeff. And we'll put in nothing here. So enter your height, please. I don't know why, but I'll leave it blank. Enter your weight, please. I'll leave that blank. The name entered was Jeff, and it didn't like something in here. Oh, I forgot to do age. Let's change these to age. All right, so let's try that again. Enter your name, please, Jeff. Enter your name, age. I'm going to leave it blank. Enter your height, 72. Enter your weight, 225. It says the name entered was Jeff, and it doesn't like whatever came next. Well, let's inspect and see if I made an error. Your age.trim is not a function, so I must have called that incorrectly. Oh, there's nothing to trim here because it's a number. Okay. Now, I don't really want to check here for nothing. I want to check for something that's non-numeric. So I'm going to say if not is not a number, your age. In fact, I'll do it like this. So what we're saying here is if what we entered was non-numeric, I'm going to say no age or non-numeric age inputted. So I'm going to say one or the other. All right, so let's run this again. Jeff. And let's put hello in there for the age. Okay. All right, the height 72, the weight 225. It says the name entered was Jeff. Hey, no age or non-numeric age inputted. All right, so we're asking them to do it again. 64 or 63, whatever, it doesn't matter. So now we're checking for the age. Let's do something similar. And let's check for the height. And this was your age, your height. So let's do this where the first time through here, we're going to enter nothing. In fact, I'm going to put in the last one for the weight as well. And all I have to do is change all these H's to W's. All right, and the first time through here when we run this, I'm going to leave them all empty. Everyone. Nothing, 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 nothing. Hey, no name inputted. So we ask you to do it again. Hey, no age or non-numeric age inputted. So we ask you to do it again. Hey, no height or non-numeric height entered. So we ask you to do it again. All right, I don't know why it's asking me the name last time. I must not have changed this, but we'll change it in a minute. All right, so let's take a quick look in here. So we're doing what's called some input validation. We're asking you to enter all of these. All right. And I actually could do it like this, and it may or may not look better, but I could do it like this. Now we've got everything together. So we ask you to enter your name. If there was nothing in there, we say, hey, no name entered. We ask you to do it again. Otherwise, we just show you the name you put in. Then we ask you to enter an age, and we parse it. If it was non-numeric, we say, hey, no age or non-numeric age inputted, and we ask you to do it again. Otherwise, we show you the age. Then we ask you to put in your height. And if it was non-numeric, we say, hey, no height, no, or non-numeric height inputted, and we ask you to do it again. Otherwise, we show you the height. Finally, we do the weight. Say, enter your weight. And again, if it's non-numeric, we say, hey, no weight or non-numeric inputted. We ask you to do it again. Otherwise, we show you the weight. Now, let's do this. And what I'm going to do is leave all these blank. So enter your name, please. Hey, no name inputted, so we'll put in Jeff. Enter your age, please. And I'll put in something non-numeric. Hello. Hey, no age or non-numeric. 64. Well, I don't know why, but it asked me to do it again. 64. Enter your height. Well, let's put in again. Hello. And we get, note that it's wrong. So, enter your height, 72. And enter your weight. And again, we'll leave it blank. No weight or non-numeric weight entered. 225. All right. I did not get any errors here. And if I do come in now, if I do come in here and I do an alert now, we did this before, but I'm going to do it right now. Alert, name, your name. Fix these. I want to use these literals here. So we've got your name. What the heck happened there? Delete. Come on. Here we go. Age. Height. And weight. All right. So again, I'm going to run this again, and I'm going to leave every one of them this time blank. So enter your name, blank. No name inputted. Enter your name, please, Jeff. Enter your age, please, blank. Hey, no age or non-numeric age inputted. Enter your age, please, 64. 64. Enter your height, please. Leave it blank. Hey, no height or non-numeric entered. Enter a height, 72. Enter your weight, please. Leave it blank. Hey, no weight or non-numeric weight inputted, 225. And notice they're all correct. So the takeaway from here is this. This is some input validation. This says if there's nothing there, don't accept it. If it's non-numeric, don't accept it. If it's non-numeric, don't accept it. If it's non-numeric, don't accept it. Now, one thing that's bad about this, and we're going to fix this later, but not right now. All right, I'm going to run this one last time. All right, enter your name, Jeff, enter your age, 2000. Enter your height, 180 inches, meaning I'm whatever that would be, 15 feet tall. And enter my weight, 1,000 pounds. So it accepted everything, even though they were out of range. We'll talk about that in a later lesson. All right? So I'm going to come back and I'm going to show not another way to exactly to write a switch, to write an if statement, but an alternative at times when you're using this kind of statement. All right? And I'll be back with that shortly.